Okay. So today we are going to learn about arrays. So arrays are very important. Okay. Not only on the aspect of core Java, any other programming language, uh, JavaScript, C Sharp, XYZ. So wherever the same concept, whatever concept you will go through right now, right? The same concept you can carry almost 60-70% to the other language as well. Okay, so basic thing like we are going to read okay arrays, but what is the need of that? Why we need array, right? We are having integer variables and all we have. So what is the need of array? We are having loops. So why we need loop? Because when we want to execute a similar piece of code multiple times, so we need a loop, right? So what is the need of array? So when you want to store similar type of data, okay, when you want to store a similar type of data, a collection of similar type of data, in that scenario, you need array. Okay, let me give an example. Just a basic example, then we'll see. So let us assume you are having int a equal to 1, int b equal to 2, int c equal to 3, int d equal to 4, int e equal to 5, int f equal to 6. Okay. So how many variables we have declared? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 variable, right? So right now what is happening? To store one, we declare one variable, which is integer type. To store two, which is integer type. So basically we are having a similar type. And what is the main reason that we declare a multiple integer variables? The reason is I just want to perform addition. Int sum equal to a plus b plus c plus d plus e plus f. Okay. So in that scenario, if we are having this type of scenario, right? So we'll what we can do here is we can prefer arrays. So how arrays is going to help us in this type of scenario? We'll see. Okay. So let's assume I'm having I'm just writing a program. Okay. Anyhow, I will explain. Wait. So I will create array. Okay. Which size is 5. Okay. Okay. So now as I declared this, right? So it means that this array, right? This array can hold 5 values because it's a 5 size. Okay, it can hold 5 value. Which type? Integer type. Okay, this is the data type. Okay, and 1 second. So basically, what I will do here is I will just explain in diagram, and then we will go through all these details. Okay, so what it will do is 0. This is 0 index. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and they all are which type? They all are int type. Okay, so now what I will do here, once I will declare an array, okay, what I will do, I will store here, let us assume here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will store value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now to perform any operation on arrays, right, what we need? We need loop. Okay, that is the only thing, that is extra step that we are going to do. Okay, so now here what we are doing, we are declaring int a b c d e f g h e f, right? So 6 variable we have declared, and then we have 1 2 3 whatever value. It's not 1 2 3, you can have 15 16 30 like that also. Okay, but all should be integer type. Okay, so I have declared the array, I have created an array, and I have stored 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now I want to add. So what I will do? So I will use for loop. Int I equal to 0. I is less than what is I is less than array dot length. Okay, this is one of the property of array. I will talk about that. Okay. So, and what I will do is I will take sum equal to sum plus arr a of I. To access this value, right? To access this value, we need index. So what is the index right now? 0. So it will see that. Okay. I'm just explaining why we need array. Okay. So you just have to print sum. So right now it seems like a bit complex because here you have a straightforward 6 declaration, you are just summing it up. But let's take a scenario where you have 100 variables or hundreds element and you have to perform sum, or 1000 element you have to perform sum. Let assume there are 100 employees working in your company. You want to get the average of their salary. How you will do that? What you will declare? How you will do that? You will declare, okay, int Ram salary, int John salary, and then you will assign values. Sorry, you will assign $5,000, $6,000, like that. No, right? You cannot do like this. You cannot declare 1000 or 100 variables just to perform a certain operation. So for those reasons, we are having array with us. Okay. So we'll first go through definition and or basic, like how what is initialization, declaration and all. And then again we will visit this programming section. Okay. So basically the first thing is array is a collection of data which is of similar type. So if anyone knows what is array, so you can say collection of similar type of data, right? Okay. There are two type of structure that we have for data storage. Okay. One is homogeneous, another one is heterogeneous. So array is homogeneous. Why homogeneous? Because it store a similar type of data. If you are having if you declare an integer type of array, it will only hold integer type of data. If you declare object, then it will only hold object type of data. If you declare byte, it will hold byte. Okay. Okay. Element of an array, element of an array stored in linear fashion or contiguous memory location. What it means, let assume in memory, let assume this is a memory. Okay. This is a memory. Okay. And you declared array. You declared array with size of 3. So how it will take a memory here? So it won't take one memory here, another here, another here. It's not like that. So how it will take? It take memory in sequential manner. So if it's taking the first element, let us assume it's storing here 1, it will store next to that, it will store 2. Next to that, it will 3. Next to that, it will store 4. Next to that, it will store 5. Then here 6. Then here 7. So it will go in this order. So what happened? If you access one element, okay, easily you can access the next one because you know that next to that there is another element. Okay, next to that there is another element. So that is the reason we call it homogeneous and contiguous memory location or linear memory allocation. Okay, or indexing based memory allocation also people used to call. So if you know the index of first element, you can easily access all the element. Okay. Okay. But in Java, we are having, we call arrays object. Arrays are object in Java. Okay. So right now you don't know what is object. We'll see that later, but you have to remember arrays are object in Java. Okay. Now there are three things that we supposed to remember. Array declaration, the first one is, you should be clear about array declaration. We all see how to declare array. Second, array construction. Okay. Then third one is array initialization. Okay. So we have to learn array declaration, array construction, array initialization. Okay. So now there are two type of array we have. Okay. One is single dimensional array, another is two dimensional array. So there are two type of array. One is single dimension, one dimension we can call. Okay. One dimension. Another one is 2D array or two dimension we can call. Okay. So what is the difference between one dimension, two dimension? Basically one dimension will look like this. Pretty straightforward. So whatever you store, let it store here 10, here you 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, 25. So this is called one dimension array. Okay, how the two dimension array will look like? So you all work on matrix, right? In, I think, higher secondary and all you might have. So here we
Yeah,
have,
sir, math.
yeah. So it's 2D matrix. It's look like a matrix. Okay. So you say 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 90, 30, again 60, 80, 100, 120, and 160. The only thing is that to access or to manipulate or perform any operation on this array, we need loop, for loop, while loop, do while loop, whatever loop. A single loop is fine. To work on this 2D array, we need nested loop. Clear? Okay. So we are not talking about right now 2D array. We'll focus on one dimensional array. Okay. So 1D array. Okay. Let me change the color. Okay. So 1D array. So first thing is array declaration. So we learn here how to declare array, because before using, one second, I think Manikandan is okay. So how to declare array? So there are certain syntax that you guys have to remember, and you can choose any one of them. Okay, in day-to-day programming. Okay, the first thing we have to have modifier. Okay, then second thing, data type. My writing is clear, visible, right? You guys are able to read that. If not, you have to raise your hand or inform me, like uh,
It is visible.
It's clear, yeah, and it's
so it's
visible.
modifier. The first one is modifier, the second one is data type, and the third one is what we, after data type, what we used to have a variable name, right? So we call it reference variable name. Okay. So why I call it reference variable name? You guys remember I have told you that there are two type of data type. One is primitive, another one is secondary, right? Secondary data type also called as reference data type. Reference data type default size is 8 byte. You remember? Sorry, size is 8 byte and default value is null. You all remember, right? So array is object, means array is a reference data type. Okay, we'll see how to declare a object. Right now we're learning how to declare object. Later we'll see how to initialize object. So we can declare object. First thing, int. Okay, int is data type. I'm not using modifier here. We'll use it later. We'll talk about modifier later. Okay, so first data type. Okay, second, reference variable name. What is the reference? Let us assume any name you want to give. So you want to give names. Sorry, not names. Names will not suit here. So we'll, we'll take here mark. Okay, okay, mark. So now after that, so this look like a normal integer variable, right? Normal integer variable also will declare like this. So what is the difference between this? The only thing which make difference, this. Okay, the bracket. So you have to use this open and close bracket. So this is called declaration. Okay. So let's assume if someone asks you, can you declare an integer type array? So you can declare like that. Can you declare a float? So what you just have to do, float mark like this. Okay. This is the straightforward basic declaration. If someone asks, okay, I have to take, I have to note down the names of all my classmates, right? So can you declare array for that? So how will declare? So names are string. So I will say string names, right? Okay. So this is the basic way you can declare. Okay. But declaration you can tweak a little bit as well. So you note down this brackets, right? Open and close, right? So this we can switch here and there. We'll see like where and all we can do that switching. Okay. So same thing you can declare just a int mark, right? So int mark I can also do like this int, and then we have mark. This both are valid. Okay. So you can use before that variable name or after variable name, which is fine. No issue. Okay. You can do like this also. Int and then this and then mark. So you can place this one just next to the data type. This is also fine. Okay. So right now you can declare in three ways. The first way, data type, variable, and then bracket. The second way, data type, space, and then bracket, and then variable. The first, data type, bracket, and then variable. Okay. So all these three way are valid declaration. Okay. You can go with this one. This is a standard one. Okay. Clear. Okay. Right now, what will happen when you declare? When we declare string names like this, so what actually happen in memory? So memory, one block will get assigned. So, and it will take how many memory? 8 byte. And what is the default value for that? Null. So clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Clear. Okay. Okay. So one more thing. Okay, that we'll see later. Okay. Another thing. First we'll see array construction. Okay. How we construct the array. And then we'll go to the program center. So right now you know array declaration, right? And second, we are going to know that array construction. So declaration is clear. Like if I ask you, can you declare a character array? So you can do that, right? Because I have only told you int, float, and string. If I ask you to declare a byte, character. So you guys can do that, right? Or float
Yes.
table. So it's
Yes,
pretty
sir.
straightforward. You have to just replace the data type and you are done. Okay. Okay. So now we'll see the array construction. Okay. Where is it now? We'll see the array construction. Okay. So array construction. So basically, now we are going to learn how we already declared that, right? So let's assume I have declared string names. So names having 8 byte and null. But what about size? How much? How many names I'm going to store and all that we have to specify, right? So how we can construct the array? So reference name. So what is the reference name? NAME names, right? I'm going to construct that one. You guys remember new operator? You remember, when I was teaching you
To
guys.
create an object for class.
Yes,
Something.
sir.
Yes, yes. So array, to create an array in Java, we are using new operator. Okay. So you have to use new operator, and then, so which names is which type? This name is which type? String type, right? You can see here, this is string type. So we have to mention here string. Okay, and then you have to specify that, and you have to mention the size, like which size of array you want to create. You cannot left this one blank. So which size of array you want to create? So let us mention 5. So when I mention 5, what will happen, right? What exactly happen over there? The first thing, you will see that the first thing, one memory address will get allocated, okay, which take 8 byte of memory, which name is NAMES, names. Okay, so now name is having 5 index. Now default value is null, but we already have 5 indexes, so there is no default value. So what will happen? We will create a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always start with 0. Okay, indexing. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this address, here we are keeping the address of this one. Okay. Now, which type of array it is? String. So each index will store which type of data? String. So what is the size of string?
8 byte.
Yes, 8 bytes. So each block have contain 8 byte of memory space. Okay. Now, so now you guys understand exactly what is happening when we are doing that names equal to new string 5. Clear here? Right now we are just thinking about construction, not initialization. That we'll see later. So basically this way, once you declare, you can construct the array in this way. Okay. Okay. Now we have seen string type. We'll see integer type. Okay. So here we have declared one integer, right? Mark this one, right? The first one. We'll see. Now we'll construct mark. Okay. So what we'll do? Mark equal to which type it is?
Integer type.
Int. Okay. So what I will write here? Int. Okay. And then what I supposed to do? This bracket, and then whatever size you want to store. Let's assume you want to store 5 subject mark. You just mention 5. Close. So this way you can construct the string. Okay. Now I have constructed. So in memory, how it's look like? So it's look like this. It will take 8 byte. Okay. The name is Mark. It will point here. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now this is a 5 size, right? So what is the size of integer?
8 bytes.
No, int size, not
Four bytes.
4 byte. So each
4 bytes.
so each block will consume 4 byte of memory. And what is the default value? When you remember, right? Whenever you declare a constructor, what do we call? Whenever
Null
you
value.
no. So here it will come null. In string it will come null because default value it will assign with default value. Okay. But what about integer? What is the default value of int?
0.
It will be 0. Okay. Okay. Then what about float? Let assume if I declare, so let assume if I declare a float float, okay, and temperature, temp, and I've declared this. Okay, now what I'm doing? Temp equal to new float and size is 4. So what will happen here? So here we'll have temp and then we will point out and it will take, because it's a reference type, it will take 8 byte and then we are having 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the default size? What is the default, what is the size of float?
4 bytes.
4 bytes.
4 byte. What is the default value of float?
0.0.
0.01.
Clear. Good. Very good. Okay. So like that array will get constructed. Okay. Now the point that we are going to note down is all the arrays are object. So object basically you guys like have not attended or in future you are going to learn about objects, but right now remember all the object having properties. Okay, so similarly array is having one property called length, length. So whenever you declare a array, you have to mention the size. Okay, whenever you construct array. So I'm mentioning 4, right? Declaration it's fine, but when you construct, you have to mention the size. I have mentioned here 4, I have mentioned 5. So what happen in future if you want to know that what is the size of that array? Okay, so length properties can be used with array to get the length of the array or size of the array. You can say that length means what is the exact capacity of the array. Okay, so let us assume I have mark. So if I print mark dot length, so what it will return? It will return 5. Okay, so basically you have to remember that whenever you want to know the length or length of that array, you have to call dot length. Okay, the length is a property. So similarly, let us assume here declare a 4, right? Temp. So when you do temp dot length, so it will return 4. Clear to all, right?
Yes, sir.
Clear or any doubt? Any doubt that you guys have, you can ask right now. Till now, no doubt, right? Okay.
No dots.
Okay. So as I said, there are 3 things: declaration, construction, and initialization. Initialization is also very important. So till now, we have only declared array and created array. We have not stored any value into that, right? Basically, we have not stored any value. We have just declared, and when you construct, it will construct with a default value. So always remember when you construct the array, right? when you construct the array and you have not provided any value, any initialization value, it will initialize the array with the default value at the time of construction. Okay, which is clear? That is the one point that you guys have to remember. Okay, the second thing, the first way to initialize the array. Okay, how I can initialize? So I can initialize array directly to the index. Okay, how? So we'll take a reference of mark. Okay, you have to remember mark you have created, which is having 5, which can store 5 element and which is integer type. So we'll see. So let assume I'm going to initialize that one. So how I can initialize that? So what I will do, I will write mark 0 equal to 65, mark 1 equal to 67, mark 3 equal to 70. I can initialize in any order. Mark 2, I can place 2 here, there, 80. So like that I can do direct initialization. Okay. Okay. So what is happening here? So mark 0 will represent the first element of that array. Mark 1 represents second, mark 3 represent fourth, mark 2 represent third element. Why third? Because we are starting from 0 index, right? Clear till here?
Yes.
Okay. So now what is the mark size is 5, right? So let me assign 5 values and then we'll see. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have assigned 5 value. Okay. Okay. So now when I assign 5 value to that, right? How memory representation will look like now? It's similar. So here, sorry, here it will point out to this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here it will take 8 byte. It has some memory reference number, and here the name, mark, here I have value. So what I have assigned to first index? 65. What is second is 67. Third index?
80. Oh,
Third index,
sorry.
70.
70. Yeah.
Second index 80. Fourth index
80.
9.
90.
Clear? So this is the way we can do initialization. This is the one of the way to do the initialization. Okay. Right? We'll see now 1 minute, 1 minute left. Okay. So till now, no question, right? No question.
No, we.
So how we can assign the values? We'll see how we can directly assign those values. Okay. So all things. The basic thing you all know, directly you can assign the value like this. Mostly you are going to use this pattern. The only thing is that you don't have to write mark 0 is equal to 65, mark equal to 67 and all. While doing a program, we'll see. We'll use loop to assign a value. Okay. Clear? So now we'll see array declaration and construction. Okay. So exactly what is array declaration? So we have seen declaration, construction, initialization. So now in a single line, how it works. Okay. So let's assume you want to create an array in program. So you can directly write like int mark equal to new int and then size. I have given 3. Okay. So what happened here? So it's same. Whatever happening on after declaration, construction, initialization, similar thing it will happen here. Okay. So first what happened? 8 byte of memory will get allocated and null will get stored for mark. Okay. Okay. So in the last class, we have seen this. one line declaration and construction, right? Okay, so when we create an array, right, in one line declaration and as well as construction. So basically here it's a declaration, it's a construction. So what will happen? The simple thing, here I have a variable called mark. So it will take a place first and it will occupy 8 byte which have default value null. Okay, and then what happen? Then this block will get created and whatever value, the starting point of this uh, block, right, having the memory address 9937 which replace the null. Okay, so this will hold a memory reference address. Okay, so if you see this example, basically this happen. Okay, so what happened, like in one line when you initializing, so it will create a block which take 8 byte memory because it's a reference type. It will point the it will keep the memory address of this block. Okay, in this block we'll have array which is if int type, all will have 4 byte memory space. There are 3 element means 12 byte and another 4 byte the length property I told you yesterday, right? There is a property called length in array because array is a object in Java. So object will hold a property, okay, which called length. So always you will have this property whenever you create a array. This by default this property will get initialized with the size of your array. Okay, so clear? So each block will take 4 byte and then the length property will take 4 byte. Okay, so right now you'll see then what will happen when we are having int arr new int equal to 0 because I have given 0 index here. Okay, 0 size. Okay, so here similar thing, only thing it will only occupy the memory for length which is 4 byte of memory. Okay, because it's a 0 there is no index, right? So that is the thing, it will occupy memory in this way. Okay, this is okay. Now so we have declared array, we have declared and construction, and then we have initialization also. So when we did initialization, how we did here? So we did for one index one time, right, equal to 65, mark equal to 1. But in certain scenario, right, we'll get it might be in at a time of declaration itself we want to initialize, right? So we have done in single line array declaration and construction, but we have not done initialization, right, in a single line. So if you have to do, let us assume if you want to initialize the array at a time of declaration, so you have to follow this syntax. Okay, basically you will declare an array, you will see int arr and then you have equal to, then curly braces open, curly braces close, and you don't have to specify the size, you just have to mention whatever value you want to pass or whatever value you want to store in array. So 0, 15, 30. So automatically what it will do, it will create arr, okay, which have certain address which take 8 byte which point to this array. Okay, so what is this? 0, 15, 30, 40. Okay, this index register, and then we have property called length which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, size of 3. Okay, similarly here if you see string names, you guys are able to see that string is that, one second, screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here I have declared string names. Okay, anyhow we will practice in code, and then I directly have initialize a value to this Abhinav, then Kumar, then Singh. Okay, so this is called single line initialization. Okay, so directly we are initializing the array. Okay, so basic syntax is you have to take data type which is string and then variable name which is name and then this bracket, array bracket, and then you will have this value 1, 2, 3, whatever values you have by separator in curly braces. Okay, so we have learned here array declaration, construction, initialization in single line, and normal array creation in single line, and then how array occupy the memory right here. So you've learned that this is the actual memory representation. Okay, so it's an integer type. This is marked 0 1 2. It's taking 4 byte each block, so total 12 byte, and then 4 byte 16 byte memory this will take, and this 8 byte. So how much it is? 16 and 8, 24 byte. Okay, so this will take 24 byte of memory. So in certain way, in this way you have to do memory calculation. Someone asked like how much memory this array is going to take, so based on the data type you'll calculate. Okay, clear? So till now it's clear. So what we'll do today, we'll see some program, we'll create array, and then after that those programs we'll see this command line, argument array, construction and all. Okay, so let me stop sharing this screen. Okay, so my screen is visible to you all, right? ID is visual, right?
Yeah, ID is visible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So whatever we learned till now, we'll practice here. Okay. Start. Okay. The first program. So we have know about declaration, right? So how to declare array? So first we have to take data type. So I'm taking a string, and then you remember I have told like this, right? And then I have given names, right? And then what we'll have? We have this. This is called declaration. So how many way we can declare? So this you remember I have told this. This you can have. You can cut. You can keep it here. This is also fine. Okay. And you can keep it here as well. You can remove it from this. Here also it's fine, right? There is no error, right? And you can keep it here as well. So all is fine. But which is the standard one? This one is a standard one. So this is declaration. Okay. Now we'll construct the array. So name, right? Equal to construct the array, we have to use new keyword, right? And then what we used to do? We used to provide the data type string, right? And then this, right? So what is missing here? So it's saying, I think we have missed the size, right? So now this is called construction of array. Now I want to initialize a value to this. So you know array index start from 0. So it's having a size 3, means 0, 1, 2, right? Okay, so let me assign something. So let me assign 0 here. So I will assign a value. It's a string, so I can assign Abhinav. Okay, name 1 equal to Rajiv, right? Name 2 equal to Vinod. Okay, so what I did, I have taken a name array which having a size 3, so I have assigned directly like this. Now I have to print. So let's assume I am printing this one. Okay, so name dot 1. Okay, just printed Rajiv. Okay, so right now because it's having a, what do we call, the 3 values, then it's fine. Okay, we are storing and if we are doing name equal to 0, like index based initialization we are doing, but it's not always the case. Okay, we cannot manually assign the value, right? We take array to remove the manual efforts, right? So how we'll do that? Okay, so let me take this. So I will explain this. This is basically what I'm trying to do is okay. So I have declared a scanner. Okay, so it will basically take an input from our keyboard with the help of console. Okay, so what I will do, these things, right, that I'm initializing, I will not do it here. I will do like for loop int I equal to 0, I less than. So till it will start from 0 and till where it will go, name dot name is an array which have a property called length. So what it will return? It will return the size of the array. So we are starting from 0. That is the reason we are running less than the length. Okay, and then I plus plus. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the array name? Name, right? Name equal to I equal to dot. Oh, sorry. SC dot. So here we are having next line next, which is string. So I am taking SC dot next. So what it will do is, I will tell you. Enter your enter the name of your friend. Okay. Okay. And then once it's done, right? So what I'm doing, I'm keep asking, okay, enter your friend's name. So how many times? That many times we have our loop will run. So how many times loop will run? It's totally depend on length of a array. Okay. And once it is done, we'll simply try to print this name. We'll see. Okay. Okay. Enter your friend name. Let me enter. Abhinav. Enter your friend name. Ramesh. Mahesh. Okay. So I have entered Abhinav Ramesh Mahesh. So why this we are getting? Because we have printed this array object, right? That is the reason we are getting class name and at the rate a hexadecimal value, right? So we'll see here. So we'll do post. Oh, no need to do this. Print name dot. Okay, let me check this. Okay, so I entered Abhinav, Ramesh, Dinesh. Okay. So two string implementation is not there. Okay, 1 second. So we have stored the names into this name array. Now we have to retrieve it. Okay. So to store a value or to assign a value, we can use loop. In similar fashion, to retrieve a value, also we can use loop. So for okay, and then we have int I equal to 0. I is less than, sorry, I equal to 0. I is less than name dot length and then I plus plus. Okay. So what will happen here? System dot println. So what is the name of array? Name and then I. So what happened? The name will point to the 0 index, then second, then third, and we will print that one. Okay. So we'll see. So first it's asking to print a name. I will print John. So it's printed John Deere mark, right? So in this way, we can use array. So we can assign the value here, right? This is I'm assigning value. Here I can assign direct values as well. So I can directly write Avinav. So what it will do, and here what I will do, I will just use this I to make a difference. So if I run this, so it will take Avinav 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Avinav 0, 1, 2, right? It's printed. So because what I'm doing is I'm iterating over their index. So I will go to first index, I will assign a value. I will go to next loop, I will go to second index, I will assign a value. I will go to again next index, I will assign a value. Similar way, we are retrieving also. We are going to the first index 0, we are retrieving a value. We are going to the second index 1, we are retrieving. We are going to the 2, we are retrieving a value. Okay, so this way we can declare error. Okay, then what will happen? If I try to access, right? Let's assume here I am entering length. Now I will remove this length. Okay, what I will do? I will add 5. But what is our array size? 3. Now we are trying to access index more than 3, like beyond the range of the array. So what will happen? Which exception will get? So what we are getting? Array index out of bound exception. So when you try to access beyond their index, you will get this exception. You have to remember. Okay. Clear? So you always, because I know that size, so I will directly write here. So that is it's printing. But usually you don't know the size, right? So you have to better to always write name dot length. Okay. So this is the one thing. Okay. And then the another thing is, let's assume okay. Let's assume we have to initialize. Now what I did here, I have declared, then I have construct, and then I did initialization, right? So mostly this is the one way. Okay, I will do commit of these changes. Let's assume it's always like most of the time you will see people will declare first and then they will construct the array based on their requirement. Okay, and if you have to do, let's assume int. Okay, if you have to do in single line declaration and construction, so you will do, so I will like this int AR equal to new, and then again data type, sorry, new. Okay, so why it's not taking new? I supposed to give here this. Okay, so new int. Okay, and then I have to provide size. Let I provided size 5. Okay, a semicolon. So like that also you can declare, and similar fashion you can use for loop to assign a value. Okay, so I'm using for loop to assign a value. So here I will use ARR because its name is array.length. It will start with 0. Please enter number. And then what we'll have here? Here we are having ARR and then numbers. So you know, on top I have declared a scanner. So scanner help us to take the input from console. So s dot next. By default in Java, by default input output is string. So directly we can use next. Okay, anyhow we'll read that scanner. So because I know that I'm going to enter number, so that is the reason I am using next int. Okay, so what it will do, it will read the data, it will assign to this, and then we will just print this one. So let me take here ARR and then ARR. Okay, let me run this. So let us assume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? So okay. Now there are certain scenario, right, where we will declare, means will directly initialize that array. Okay, there is certain scenario where you have to directly initialize the array. So in that case, what we will do? So in that one, simple. Int, let us assume colors. Okay. Let me take that example. Okay. So okay. So I'm taking int. So let us assume you got allocated a room number. The rooms. Okay. You have booked 4 rooms. Okay. So how will directly, because you know that there is four rooms, so you can directly enter this. Okay. So 4 rooms. So room number 2, 3, 4, room number 4, 5, 6, room number 6, 6, 6, and room number 7, 7, 7. So you got assigned. So directly you can initialize room. Okay. And then if you want to print that one, how you can do that? Okay, let me copy and paste this. Why to write again, right? So there are certain scenario when you works on code or software development, you will use this direct initialization as well. Okay. Most of the times you will initialize the array with the help of loops, and you will read from the array with the help of loop. Okay. Okay. See, I printed this. So what we learn, basically we learn in one dimensional array. Already I have explained how memory and all will do. How to create one dimensional array, how to initialize that one, how to assign a value, how to read a value. So you all are clear?
So far, yes, sir.
Okay. So assigning, creation of array, assigning a value, reading a value, basic things clear. And whatever I'm using here, scanners, right? So anyhow, so we are having a proper class for this, a scanner and system.out.println, and all this thing I will explain. Okay, so don't bother about that. Okay, so now if someone asks you, okay, there is a array int arr. So let us assume you are doing a build. Okay, so let me do that. Product price list. Okay, and then I'm creating an array of product price list. Okay, new int. So let us assume I'm going to calculate a bill of 100. Sorry, 100 is more. So I will take 8. Okay, 8 product. So basically you can do for 100, 200, and all whatever you want. And what I supposed to do is I will get the price of each. Enter the price of 8 product. Okay, so someone enter the price of 8 product. What I have to do? I have to read that one. So what I will do? I will use for loop. Okay, so int arr. So here product price list. I will do pp product price list ppl. Okay, it's a short form, so I don't have to type much. Okay. So what I will do? I can print multiple times. Okay, here. Okay, let me do that. So price of product I. Okay, and then we are having price of product list. And what I'm doing? I'm reading it from console. Okay, so my end goal is the person will enter the price, and what I have to do is I have to calculate that one. Okay, so to calculate, what we have to do, we are doing, okay, he can will first we'll take int sum. Okay, sum equal to 0. Okay, now we are at ppl. We know that in ppl we are having a product price list. Okay, whatever length it is. So what do we have to do? We have to sum equal to sum plus PPL. We'll read each of this, from each of the index we are reading the price and we are adding to sum. Clear? This statement is clear. And then once this loop completed, we will print sum. So why I'm printing outside? Because if I print inside this loop, it will print multiple times, and intermediate result also it will print, right? Once loop is completed means our sum is completed and we'll print that one. Okay. Can I run this program? Okay. Let me see that. Okay. So now it's asking enter the, so I'm using 3, 4, 5. 1 second. So asking 3, 4, 5. First way, enter 0 product I have entered. First product price 400. Price of product 2 500. 900. 300. 240. 236. 999. Okay. So this total is 3920. So understand actual use of loop, right? So if you calculate, right, if you calculate this, you will get the result 3920, right? See, you all are able to understand this program?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Manikandan is not there or what?
This
Okay. Kritika, you are having any question?
no, sir. Yeah, it's fine. I understand. No problem.
Okay. So now we have learned the basic fundamental to how we can assign the value and a bit of usability of this. Okay. So before going to the OOPS, okay, probably next 2 classes we learn most, because we know loop, we know conditions, we know do while, all the loops and arrays. Okay. So once we finish the array, we'll learn more about programmings and all for 2, 3 classes, and then we'll move to object oriented and all. Okay. Okay. So now we'll see a certain program which is related to understanding of array. Okay. So basic, you know all the positive things, how to create array and how to initialize, how to read and all. So there are certain things which people ask you in interview which you have to answer. So let us assume int I, int AR equal to new int. Remember, we are right now we are reading one dimension array. Okay. So here I have given why it's what is the issue? Okay, size I have not given. Okay, so I have given the size 3. Okay, so if someone come and they give negative size, so what will happen? We'll get an exception. When you run this one, you'll get exception. So what is negative size exception? -1. So you cannot assign, you cannot give negative index number. Okay, index number always be in positive. Okay, that is the first thing. Okay, can I give double here? Let float. No, we cannot give float. We cannot give double because it's always integer. Okay, clear? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
okay, so now most of the things are clear. I'm just thinking about what analysis is pending, and I will just try to make you guys understand.
Hello.
Yeah.
भैया लॉन्ग ले सकते हैं क्या?
Okay.
इंट का
Okay. We'll see will take long or not. So long also it's not allowing. Okay. So required type is, see here clearly mentioned. This is from compiler. Required type int provided long. Okay. We'll try to take byte. Okay, we'll see. Byte b equal to 4 and byte. So byte, why we are able to take byte? The reason is byte is range is limited. But let's see. there is no exception. If I take, because byte range is from minus to positive, so integer also having minus range, which is not allowed. Byte will also not allowed. Negative array, out of bound exception. Clear? So only
Okay.
integer we can pass. Okay. Okay. That is the one thing. And okay. Now what I will do here, let's assume you are having this size 30. Okay. And if someone asks you, system dot printer, print the size of the array. So how will print? ARR dot length. So what it will do? It will print the size of a array. Okay. Okay. Hmm.
One question. If the array has spaces, do the array.length will calculate the space too?
Array have spaces in the sense array, this array dot length will only
Yeah.
calculate this whatever number you are passing here now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I understand.
So it will give that. It's not about when you count the characters and all, that is a string related question. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Uh-huh. Okay. So this is fine. Okay, we'll see. So right now you guys are able to say, okay, 30 is there, so why I'm print? I will directly write 30 here. Okay. Okay. So negative number is done. If you are going beyond the index, let us assume array size is 3. You are trying to access array index 4, which is not there because size is 3. You are trying to access 4. So in this case, you will get index out of bound exception, right? Okay. And then what else? Okay. Some people used to do like this. Okay, they will declare an array int arr. Okay, and which have an equal to, and they are having this. Let us assume 1 and 4. Okay, then I will declare int cv equal to arr. This is not possible. Why? Because cv is integer type, ar is array type, and you can only assign the values in between similar data type. Okay. Okay. Now if I make it array, you can assign this, right? Now this cv is pointing to this one. Okay. Clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
okay. Okay. So now the another thing is okay. Okay. So now I have this ARR. So I have declared ARR, I can do this null. So right now what happened? I have declared, I will initialize a array and then I will assign null. Means this array now loads this reference of 1 and 3 and it will hold the value null. Clear? So in memory it will hold value null because I have assigned this value, right? So that is the one thing. So I'm just thinking about what and all I can tell you. Okay. And then we'll see. Okay. Okay. So now we all see like from the start, right? This array. Remember this? Now you can understand this is array declaration, right? In main, this is array declaration. So let me print the size of this one. Okay, and then we'll see. This is called command line argument. What we call it? Command line argument. Okay, so args, that is the name, right? And then we'll have length. We'll see what is the length of this. Any guess, like any one of you guess what is the length of this args? 0. Okay. So when you run in your local, right? Let's assume if you are running this program in local, you can pass argument to this one from command line. Okay. So because we are running in the ID, I will try to do, this is called locator. I will click on that. It's located me the file. Okay. I will try to pass informations. 1 second. So environment variables, program argument. You see here, program argument. This is called CLI argument, means command line argument. Okay, let me pass Vinab Kumar Singh. Okay, other name like Kiran, Rakesh, Mahesh. So total how many words I am passing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll see. So now I have configured, I am passing something in command line. So usually what happen na, people used to pass from terminals. Okay. Terminal. Once you compile your code, you remember the first class? So 1 second, let me minimize this. So whatever I pass right now, right? So let assume any folder you are having. So you will write Java. Once you compile, how you compile Java code? Java C and then file name, right?
File name.
Okay. So once you go to dot class, you will see type Java and then file name. So our is, let assume array example is our file name. And then I will pass here Abhinav, Rakesh, Mahesh, Dinesh. So when I enter that, this Abhinav, Rakesh, Mahesh will go as a command line argument, and this string args will capture this value. It will hold these values. Okay. So right now we are not running through command line because we are using IDE. So in IDE we have a provision to pass like this, which I